Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Mariam Tamanna et bienvenue dans une nouvelle vidéo. So today this is going to be a quick motivation for anybody who's learning a foreign language, especially French, because I'm myself a French student. And so anybody who's learning a foreign language already knows by now that listening to audios, videos and podcasts are like the most vital parts of learning any language. But I completely understand that sometimes it gets really tiring, and trust me, I have been through it. So here are some motivations for you. The first way to give yourself a reality check, reminding yourself every single day that this is the only way to cope up with to habituate yourself to the sounds, the accents and the pace of the language. And come on, who doesn't want to sound like a native, right? Okay, so let's make this clear. You're going to set a timetable for like 1 to 2 hours, which is quite enough for language learning, for effective language learning I'm talking about. So you're going to put on those audios and everything. You listen to them, you repeat them, try to understand them, okay? Don't just watch the subtitles. Jot it down and then repeat again. Imitation is the best way of language learning, and that's the most funful part as well. So keep on writing, learning, as well as listening and repeating. It's like all these things should be done simultaneously, okay? And it should be very effective learning for that 1 to 2 hours. You cannot skip this part, and you just do not skip it for like listening to 2 to 3 minutes and then it's done. I know it's tiring, but you cannot skip it, and it should be maintained every single day. Now moving on to the next parts. You have to keep listening, like put on your AirPods and like listen to the French podcast, radios, or any kind of like news and anything. It's not mandatory to understand the language, because it's obvious you're a beginner and you won't be understanding the language clearly, but at least it will help you in many different ways. And I can't explain you exactly, but when you will start practicing this kind of things, I bet you'll be improving so very much, and this will be more funful to you. The next step is making your learning funful. Now, how can you do that? You can actually watch Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. Those are like really interesting when it comes to language learning. Because trust me, no language learner can skip this part. If you are skipping this part, you are actually missing the biggest part of language learning. And I can bet that you can never actually learn the language if you don't learn to habituate yourself listening to the audios and repeating them and just getting it in your head. So keep listening every single day, and let's return back to that effective part of learning, which is for 1 to 2 hours, which is quite enough. So something that you can do is that listening several times, try to understand without seeing the subtitles. Just try to understand it, try to put a little bit pressure on your brain. That will work, yeah. And then jot down the words and learn it with the same accent that the French people are using, and that is how you can actually speak like a pro and even understand those.